officially starting Mystery Mondays because it works better. Yeah, so let's get this show on the road. Just setting everything up for people to join. Yeah. I hope everyone's having a good evening and had a good day. It's a weird day today, like odd weather. Yeah. Alrighty then. Almost ready. Sorry guys. Okay. Press the cross button to start. We're 42% complete. Hell yeah. Excellent. We're waiting. I've started. Is it not working? Well, it says there's only one person. Can I turn down the... Yeah, it's working? Ego points. 172 ego points out of 600. That's a lot of ego points. Ding. Oh, the music's really nice. Okay, let's have a look-see. Sorry this is taking so long. License Lander, sir. I'll give you License Lander. Right there. Silly bugger. Anyway, welcome! Okay, have you seen the tab? Yes. Oh. Yeah, no. The last thing that happened was we got another letter for the C's this time. I can't remember where it's for. I know my mum would remember. How do I... Observe, triangle, yes, silly fool. Observe. Chester, I think it is?
Poor
Justin. Oh, okay, there you go.
Not so good at these little criminal matters as you thought yourself, are you? Rather past your prime, perhaps? Let us see if you can do any better this time. This time it is an easy one. Cheston on the 30s. Do try and do something about it. It is a bit dull having it all my own way, you know. Good hunting. Ever yours, ABC.
Poor ants. Right, so with this one's a little strange. I've noticed that if you check the front of the cover, the reason it didn't come through straight away was because it's come at a late date. So it's strange. He sent 2 letters beforehand telling it, or they sent us 2 letters beforehand saying when the murders will be. Why did they get it wrong this time? I granted that there is the same inconsistencies with the letters compared to the previous one, but that just might be the brand of typewriter. Alright, what's our next objective? Compare the letters. I just went to try that and you didn't let me. So we gotta use the C. Okay. Okay, congratulations on the purring tomcat. I'm sorry, what? Oh, okay. That was
Let us
strange.
compare this new letter with the second one.
Okay. T101 tip. What?
Let us examine this more closely.
Alright, so the eyes are the same. Come on. Oh.
Certain characters in the 2 letters
I've forgotten
may
how to
have
play.
similar defects.
Okay.
Yes, this I is weird.
Yeah, it's like it presses down harder.
No, this character does not.
No, I know that. I pressed the bloody
Yes,
I.
The I character.
Eh.
I have to find some other similar defects to confirm my theory.
The W's are still faded.
It does.
there.
Of course, the W characters in the two letters do indeed have the same defects.
And the A's are
I
always
have to find
shifted.
some other similar defects.
It's like the rod is bent, if that makes sense. Hello and welcome to the lair. I am pressed at the left key, man.
Yes.
There we go.
The A appears to be quite unusual.
Oh, that's what that came with. Tip. Yeah. Okay. Cool. Is there anything else? So the I's, the W's, and the A's, and the address is different. Not the address, and the way he speaks is kind of different. Not super different, but hi, bro. Hello. Does the comma look a bit
Let us examine the
darker?
characters in this word.
No, it's not a word. It's a.
No, this character does not appear to have any defects. Let us examine another word.
Sure. Okay, so we got the W's, the I's, and the A's. Not us. Let's see. What is different is getting the address wrong, but it won't let me select that, so... Good hunting, ever yours, instead of... Best wishes, but anyway. I did the A!
Yes, the A appears to be quite
I
unusual.
didn't register me putting in the A, son of a
That's
fish!
right. The A characters in the two letters do indeed have the same defects. My theory was right. These two letters were written with the same typewriter.
Okay.
Let us now try and get our brain cells to work.
Alrighty. Boom, 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 boom. Okay. Why does the word murder want to say that? Sorry?
Oh, go on.
Bite me. That and... Yeah, right, because there was an error on the address. But several times though. That's the confusing thing.
The letter should have arrived in time. The postmark shows that it was sent 3 days ago. However, our man made a mistake in the address, which explains the delay. All the same, the post office took their time correcting the error.
Come on, Poirot. Your address is not quite as well known as that of Scotland Yard.
True. But it's already sent 2 messages.
Poirot, the telephone. It must be Jap.
I can barely hear that. I can hear your footsteps quite clearly, but I can't hear the thing so well. Where is the phone? There it is. Now come back. Stop that! You frickin' weirdo. The control
I
not
have some
pro.
news from Churchton. Bad news, I'm afraid. Sir Carmichael Clark was murdered while out on his evening walk.
Sir Carmichael Clark. The name is familiar to me.
He was a famous throat specialist, one of the best in London. A wealthy man, he retired to Combside, a beautiful house by the sea. He collected antiques.
Are you going there?
Yes, let's meet on the train.
Okay. So we're going anywhere. Whoop. Just... Oh, it's near Penzance. Well. Oh, that's a nice... What's the point, though? It blocks itself off and then it has a gap and then it... How do you get to the middle one to water it? Or don't you water hedges? Or...
The victim is called Sir Carmichael Clark, one of the best throat specialists in London. The body was still warm when we found it. If we'd been warned earlier, we definitely could have saved him.
It appears that the murderer made a mistake when he wrote his letter.
Hello,
mistake.
Cecil.
Lucky for him.
And what if he did it on purpose?
No. He's defined his madcap rules and he's sticking to them. It's a matter of pride for him. Shall we go up to the house, Poirot?
You go, my friends. I will come soon.
Okay, so...
Jap has emptied the victim's pockets and has laid out their contents on this piece of wax cloth.
Okay. Why wax cloth, though?
It is pointless.
Hey, Frank. Ah, no. Sorry. So he wasn't robbed. Why would you keep your
Nothing
passport
appears
on
to
you?
be
Or not?
missing from this wallet.
Okay. And let's have a look, see. There's 4 things to have a look at this time.
An oriental
Damage.
dragon. It's an old piece, much older than the pocket watch on which it was fastened.
Ooh, pretty. Thank you. Oh, there's a ring there. I'm blind. Ooh. It looks like a button, dude. I know.
A signet ring, very probably with the Clark family's coat of arms.
Unless it's someone else's family. Wahahaha! I don't know. Right, now let's examine the body. So we got...
Sir Carmichael's
This is a lot
throat
more-
was cut.
Hmm.
It's a clean incision, a professional murder.
Is it he's getting a lot more aggressive? He's either getting a much more aggressive or... Is his finger cut off? No, it's bent.
The gravel on the path has been sprayed with blood that covers a conical-shaped area, which starts at the body and becomes wider as it moves further from the bush. An ABC guide. The murderer's customary signature, covered in blood this time.
Oh, red herrings. That's what you meant. Yeah, a lot less blood would actually. You reckon? What if you hit an artery? You just spurt. Oh, okay.
Apart from the wound to the throat, the body is untouched. No cuts, no bruises.
I don't know. Yeah, how do you know that, Pre? What have you been up to? And I don't know, Mitch. There's always dead body because dead bodies are popular.
It's very calming.
Oh, okay. Well, look at a picturesque rock is what I do. Fair enough. Oh, look, it's a gopher hole. Gopher hole? Rabbit hole. I was close. Are there gophers in England? Oh. Moles, gopher, mole, wildflowers.
The site is exceptional. It is easy to imagine that Sir Carmichael used to enjoy stopping here every evening.
Funny. Oh, hang on. What's this? It's a bush.
The body is just in front of a bush. One of the only bushes in the surrounding area.
So, what? They hid there, slit there. Oh no, someone was waiting here.
Vegetation behind the bush has been trampled.
Hey, how's it going,
Let us
mate?
now try
God
and
damn
get
it.
how brain cells to work.
Hey! Welcome, my dear sir. A real... What do you mean a rear? Oh, damn. A rear. The bush killed him. Yes, it was the bush. Was Sir Carl's... What was found in front of the only bush? Okay. G'day. Yes, sus. Bush is sus! Yes.
Sir Carmichael had his back to the bush when the killer cut his throat from behind. A fatal blow that sprayed blood over a range of more than 1 meter.
That's impressive.
It
What,
is
from
not high
there to
and-
there? Alright. Did Sir Carl... No. Oh, that hurt. But did you mean the body was still... Yeah. Where's the sheep? I hear a sheep. Where is it? Where is my brethren? The bush is the sheep.
Have you finished, Poirot?
Chief Inspector,
Oh,
many questions remain
okay.
unanswered, but I am certain of one thing.
Wait, so you're saying there should be more blood?
The killer has prepared his crime very carefully.
Quite right. He must have known Sir Carmichael's movements well to plan such an attack.
The murderer struck with terrible savagery.
Yes, blood flowed. It's the first time he's attacked a man. He armed himself accordingly.
Have you spoken to the victim's family, Chief Inspector?
I've spoken to the brother, Franklin Clark. I didn't get much out of him. He's yours. I must get the body removed.
Yeah, same thing. So there's something about me and emus, because in yes, they did. They did lose award to emus, and I fucking love that. Like, they tried to cull a lot of emus, and their bullets didn't work because, yeah. Anyway, they just, as far as I know, they just didn't. It's like they didn't pierce it. What am I doing? Hang on a sec. Question the victim's brother. Okay, so we're leaving. Do we go that way, or do we go this way? Fuck it, we're going this way now. Yeah. How do we get out of here? It's not letting me leave. Okay. Yeah, and then when Lauren and I were at Canberra Zoo in Jamala, I've got videos of this. This emu was stalking us. He was moving very suspiciously. And then walking around, I tried to walk around in circles, and
To be honest, this inspector seems rather obtuse.
yeah, that's very true.
I'm counting on your friend Poirot to catch my brother's murderer. Ah, here he is now.
Hang on.
Please, Mr. Poirot. Mr. Poirot, this is my brother's secretary, Miss Thora Gray.
Pleased to meet you, Mr. Poirot. Would you like some tea?
No, thank you, mademoiselle. I find it hard to digest.
She's a scary looking woman. Yeah, so it could be worse. Yes. It ended up sitting down and then like stretching up to Lauren's full height, and it almost sat on Lauren. Yeah. I'll send you guys the video. I'll put the video up on the Discord. The video's up on Discord, which is just I think I have most people on Discord, but I'm just adding it in now. 7200. Sharks with sexy legs. Laser beam sharks. Wait. Yeah. Okay. We're gonna continue now.
There is something elegant about her.
Hey, look at the eagle, the dragon pin. Her eyes are just scary. Understated makeup. I'm not on Discord. You will one day. I don't know. I'll
has good
send it to you
taste.
anyway on
Except
Facebook.
perhaps in a choice of jewelry.
Yeah, I only added it
Please
recently.
excuse me, I have to take care of Lady Clark.
What's Lady Clark? Okay, why does she have a brooch that's the same as the design that was made around
It is not
the...
right time.
Okay. There's something... It's the art, yeah.
Hastings does not like very hot tea. He's going to blow on his cup for a good while before drinking.
Hey, it's me!
It is a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity to question him.
My brother's wife is gravely
Possibly.
ill. You
What
will
about the
probably
others?
want to question her, but I fear that it won't be possible today.
This seems very suspicious.
Rather just say that you do not want her to testify.
You don't seem to realize her condition. She doesn't even know he's dead. Sorry, but it's not possible.
Of course, I understand.
The
Someone
bush.
set a trap for your brother. Who was familiar with his habits?
Everybody knew he took his evening walk at 8:30, and that he always followed the same path.
Was it a dark night?
It was a new moon. I took a lantern.
So it was you who found the body.
Yes, along with the gardener.
Have you seen any strangers around the house recently?
No. As far as I know, nobody has been near the house.
So where's the gardener though? Let me...
Oh, Lady Clark must have fallen from her chair. I have to help Miss Grey get her up.
Okay.
Hastings, while our host is gone, let's examine the drawing room.
That sounded very
But,
suspicious.
Poirot, a gentleman shouldn't...
Bugger you being a
I take full
gentleman.
responsibility. All you have to do is to leave the drawing room door ajar and let me know if anyone is coming.
Blaze is one of the cleverest blokes I know, thank you very much, punk. Blaze is a wah! Wah, Luigi.
Are you keeping an eye out?
Actually,
Hastings?
Blaze would be a very good Waluigi.
Yes. Come on, be
He's
quick,
got the height
Poirot.
and such.
Sir Carmichael's collection could rival that of a major museum.
Honestly, just out of spite, Blaze
It's locked.
should start a turfing company. I am
Sir
very
Carmichael's
confused.
collection could rival that of a major museum.
Mood. Oh, okay. Thinking about what? Oh, cool! Look at that.
Turtle, dragon, crane, and the tiger. I think I've already seen this motif somewhere.
That was amazing, Blaze. I was not expecting to say that. Are we playing a colour game? Oh, wait, no, okay. Hang on. Ah, feck. Why colours? Can't you people leave me alone? Oh, okay. You're not bloody wrong. Okay, so I gotta get... Where'd the red go? Oh, interesting, okay. So the red... Oh, fuck me. Why colour puzzles? Excuse the language. Wait, that... Ah, it's the back... Wait. Oh, okay. Oh, fuck. Alright. Thanks. Thank you. I hate colour puzzles. Honestly, so I reckon... No, not that one. I could've... That's weird. Okay. Perfect. God, tits. Okay, I think I get this now. swore there was a red one there. Cool. Very, very nice. Okay, I think I might actually have it like that. And then is no. I know what you're gonna do now. Hey, we got it. Ah, fuck! How am I supposed to know which one?
The position of each motif is correct, but they are not turned the same way as on the table.
What? How am I?
The position of each motif is correct, but they are not turned the same way as on the table.
What table? No, okay, so that stays there. That... Oh, shoot. No, that stays there. Ah, unless I put it like that. No. What the hell? Ah, dear.
The position of each motif is correct, but they are not turned the same way as on the table.
So, as far as I know, there is Leah, Frankie, Cedric, Christopher, you, Bree, Lauren, myself, who have I missed?
There's someone called C-Cart.
Hello, C-Cart, I don't know who you are.
Called another TV viewer.
Hi, another TV viewer, you've been in Aha! There we go, that's how you do it! We don't know who they are, but it's nice of them to show up. I hope they're enjoying themselves. Hi, Christopher! So, what is correct? Oh! There's a dot this time.
I think I heard a bang. Could it be this cupboard?
Okay. Sweet! Did we do it? Yes!
Interesting.
There's a knife missing. So it had to have been someone close by. So it had to have been somebody
ceremonial weapons.
who knows him to get that.
Here.
Yeah, man. I did say you were here, right?
Yes.
Yeah, I did say Cedric was here. Yes, he's a good boy. He's very supportive, and so is Mitchell. Mitchell's the bugger I forgot. Sorry, Mitchell. Everybody's very supportive, and I really appreciate it.
Logan, MD, Brighton Cancer Institute, 201 Dusk Road, Brighton, Sussex. To Sir Carmichael Clark, MD, Comsite Churchton, Devon. Brighton, 1935, January the 5th. As a man of science, I owe it to you to be completely frank. Lady Clark, your wife is suffering from a generalized terminal cancer. I confess I didn't suspect anything like that during the first exams. But with the test results I have received today, there is unfortunately no place for doubt. I estimate that Lady Clark's life expectancy is no more than 1 year. Hospitalization would not help in her case, so I advise you to keep her at home and provide her with as much morphine as required to ease her last moments. Yours sincerely, Ernest Logan.
Hang on, what year are we in? Why? Because that said she only had a year to live.
Sorry to keep you waiting. Lady Clark's condition requires regular care. I believe you want to ask me a few questions.
Indeed, mademoiselle. This porcelain is
Okay,
remarkable.
that's weird.
Is it old?
It's about 3 centuries
No, it
old,
didn't.
I believe. Wait,
Says it up
let
there.
me find the reference.
Weird. Yeah, and also, I think Mum's watching too, because she likes Agatha Christie. She has ordered them.
It is now the right time.
What is that? It's a flower! Okay, fine. Examine the one. I think we've already done that.
She
Oh,
appears
she's been
to be very
crying.
flustered.
Why have you been crying? Hey, talk. Bright eyes. Partially removed lipstick. Ah! She's been doing the do! Sorry. So this is PlayStation.
She's
Yes.
unable to hide her emotion, and her makeup has been disturbed. I think that this young woman has just been kissed.
Ah, caught it. She did the
Here,
The year's 1984.
teapot with
No.
Black Dragon, Gangshi period,
Oh,
end
actually-
of the 17th century. It is a rare piece with unusual colours.
You have a good knowledge of art history.
Yeah.
Acquired while working with Sir Carmichael. I used to help him manage his collection and choose his new acquisitions.
I don't trust you.
And sometimes, he used to give you a piece as a gift. Is that right?
Where's her pin gone?
What do you mean?
You had a dragon pin.
I am referring to your brooch.
This old brooch?
It's gone.
Mademoiselle, you know perfectly well. I am talking about the magnificent brooch you were wearing earlier.
Yes, you're right. Sir Carmichael did give it to me. He valued my
Sorry.
work. How could I refuse? He would have been offended.
You took it off because of Lady Clark, am I right?
Indeed. Lady Clark does not like this jewel. Why upset someone who is so gravely ill?
I call shenanigans. Why would the dragon?
I see. Maybe Lady Clark is a little jealous.
Mr. Poirot, do not be mistaken. There was nothing going on between Sir Carmichael Clark and myself. It's just... how should I say? Well, Lady Clark is very suspicious. Insanely suspicious. Wearing this old brooch in front of her would have caused her unnecessary suffering. Don't you think?
I am not blaming you, mademoiselle. Have you seen any strangers hanging around in the past few days?
No. Nobody has been near Comside.
Tell me what happened last night.
After dinner? Well, I did some sewing and then I went to bed. I was woken by the telephone at 11. I heard Franklin Clark speaking with the gardener. They left with some lanterns and they found the body.
Agreed.
Why do you hate Franklin Clark?
That's not
But
right.
why would I hate him?
Miss Grey, if I may be so bold, please do not take offense. My friend has rather unusual methods, but all he wants is to find the murderer.
Yes, I understand. I must rest. Please excuse me.
Well, I did something right if I got 11 ego
Earlier,
points.
you asked me to watch the living room door for you. I don't wish to be indiscreet, but sometimes a gentleman stumbles upon a secret without intending to.
That is sometimes the case.
And I saw Franklin Clark kissing Miss Grey at the foot of the stairs.
Do you think this is a common occurrence?
Yeah.
No, I saw emotion, intensity. I think it was their first kiss.
Well done,
okay.
Money. Well spotted.
However, I don't think I completely understand this business. Why did Sir Carmichael not defend himself? He appeared to have been active and strong.
The murderer did not give him a chance. Let us try and reconstruct the scene.
What do they mean south is upward? Oh, damn it. Okay. Here we go. Debauchery. Yes.
Sir Clark is taking his customary walk. Our killer is hiding behind a bush. The old man walks quietly along the gravel path.
He stops to
He
admire
turns towards the
something.
sea to gaze at it.
Then he, yeah. Oh fuck, how am I supposed to know that?
Yes.
I'd say attack from the
The
left.
killer leaves his hiding place on the left-hand side.
Ah,
He
damn it,
walks
that's
over
what
the
it
gravel
means.
On the path.
No.
The noise alerts Sir Clark, who turns around.
No, Sir Clark was attacked by surprise.
I thought they meant
He did
cut
not
the
see his
throat from
assailant.
left to right. Like, how the
Let the
fuck
fake
am I
man
supposed to know that? Yeah, I got that. Come on.
Sir Clark
Lapia
is
me.
taking his customary walk. Our killer is hiding behind a bush.
Huh? Oh. Oh, yeah, it's supposed to. Yes, Blaze.
The old man walks quietly
Yes, it
along
was the
gravel
Shadow Man
path.
who did it. Come on. God damn it.
Then he turns towards the sea to gaze at it.
You'll enjoy what Blaze will send you.
The killer leaves his hiding place on the right-hand side. He approaches silently over the grass.
Okay.
Then he throws himself on his prey and cuts the poor man's throat. He then lays down the ABC before leaving. Everything appears to match the crime scene, mon cher Hastings. That is exactly what happened.
I would have gotten it sooner if you hadn't have frickin' been mousy with the words. Oh, hello. I know that face. Why do I know that face?
Oh, just a minute. I'm getting dressed.
He looks very familiar. Why? Did we see him earlier?
Mr. Kirst, have you recently returned from Churston?
Yes. Indeed I have.
Have you seen the papers? And to think that you might have rubbed shoulders with the killer. Imagine that.
I wonder.
Mr. Kirst, are you all right? You don't seem well.
My apologies. My throat is burning. My head feels heavy. It's ever since the war, you know. Since my injury, my head has never been the same.
Yeah. Very suspicious. Where's my drink? Ah, pineapples. Things are sore.
Poirot, it's a pleasure to be with you again after all these years. I looked for a gift to thank you, and I found this propelling pencil.
Propelling
An
pencil.
authentic collector's item. You spoiled me, mon ami.
And you more so by sharing investigations.
Do not underestimate the help you
1935.
are to me, Hastings. Intellect is not everything. There is also goodwill, and you are not short of that. Later, I will ask you to help me tidy up the room and bring some chairs. Our guest will be here soon.
Ah, is Thora Grey coming?
Naturally. She is a fascinating young woman, n'est-ce pas?
Oh, come on, Poirot. I'm a married man. And Miss Grey has already been courted by Franklin Clark. Poirot, our guests will be here soon. We must prepare ourselves.
This is going to be an etiquette thing, is it? Oh, that's quite a few
You should
people.
take advantage of the silence to examine them.
Modifiable. You've got a modifiable objective to modify an object. Oh, a modifiable object, not objective. Okay, select it in your inventory observer and press triangle and then okay. Sure. Woo! What do we do with it? Observe. Why the balls did we do that? We now have a spring! What? No, okay. Why is it to help the investigation? Okay. That was strange. Received new thumbnails. Inquiry in progress. Hello. Let's talk to her. Oh, Jesus. What's in
Sometimes I love a brunette, sometimes I love a blonde. That's what the song says.
What song? Or was that her song? Was she the singer? No. Was her sister the singer? She
The song
does.
says, sometimes
Oh,
I love a
okay,
blonde.
yeah, okay. Wait.
The song says, sometimes I love a blonde who comes from Eden by way of Sweden. But I am not sure that this blonde is an angel.
Far from it by the looks of it. She's very suspicious looking. Exactly. Congratulations, you won the award, the small donkey. The award, small donkey. Okay!
She appears to have taken more care with her appearance than the last time.
So that's the sister of the first one. Oh no, the second one. Go to bed, Brie, if you want to. Looking at Donald. Donald's just looking down. Donald doesn't know what the fuck's going on. Hens. No. What? Strawberry didn't work.
Mr. Poirot, I don't like being stared at. If you have something to say, would you please say it to me?
You're alright. You're a fish.
She's looking at Mr. Fraser out of the corner of her eye.
That's not out of the corner of your eye, buddy.
Beautiful for him.
That's definitely not out of the corner of the eye.
He's always on edge.
Well. He's been sad. Jeez, that's a frickin' long cut. If that's a shaving cut. Or is that the shaving cut? Or is that the
Leave me alone.
Bite me. You're still suspect, buddy. Okay.
Donald Fraser is very nervous at the moment, even if he's trying hard to control himself.
God damn it. Oh, we can talk to them again,
I
okay.
should take advantage of the silence to
Did I not examine both of them before?
The song says...
Yeah. I know what the song says.
Sometimes...
Do I have to examine Hastings? Yeah.
Franklin Clark always seems at ease, regardless of where he is.
Oh, that's Franklin
Something
Clark,
that's
not
unique to
Hastings.
people who travel.
Alright, and that's Hastings too. Gotcha. You're not gonna let me... That's Hastings. Yep, not Poirot. Damn it. No, wait, go back. Go back.
Franklin Clark always seems at ease, regardless of where he is. Something that's unique to people who travel.
Fair enough, I mean... Yeah. Lauren isn't at ease anywhere she goes. Soup says E. I've travelled a lot more than Lauren, so maybe that's the
I
case.
hope to concentrate on my guests.
Oh, okay. So but that's not an observation. That's talking.
I wish to thank you all for coming.
Okay.
I wanted to bring everyone close to the victims here in order to unmask the murderer.
Get to the point, Mr. Poirot. What do you want from us?
Patience.
Megan, dear girl, please be patient.
Mr. Poirot, how dare you address me by my first name?
Please excuse me, mademoiselle. What
Yeah,
I ask is that
good
you
idea.
search your memories. The murderer must have left some trace.
Yes, he must have prepared his crimes very carefully.
Tout à fait. He did not get to Bexhill at midnight in order to strangle a young girl whose name, by chance, starts with P.
Must we go into that?
Mr. Fraser, please get a grip on yourself.
Well, I want to help you, but I don't remember anything else. Nothing I haven't already said.
Maybe
You,
get what
Mademoiselle
are you
Barnard,
doing?
did your sister say she was seeing another man?
She never would have told me.
Why would she hide the fact from you?
Betty knew I didn't approve of her behavior. Her flirting was spoiling any chance she might have had.
Tell me, mademoiselle, what did you talk about with your sister?
Silly things. Her new dress. She wanted a pair of black stockings to go with it. Mother bought her a brand new pair. The day it happened, she was crying. And to think that Betty never even wore them. Poor Mummy.
Your sister used to sing, I believe. Did she ever perform in public?
She dreamt about it, but she had a very bad cough. It troubled her greatly.
That's something you're very good at.
And
Yeah.
missed lots of opportunities. A pity.
Yes, she sang well, but that doesn't tell us much about the murderer.
Qui sait? In any case, we now have enough information to draw up a relatively precise psychological profile.
Okay.
Let us now try and...
Alright, but... Is the create... Yeah. Nope, okay. Passenger timetable. Maybe the murderer likes trains. Indeed, let us look at this murder. To perfection. Okay. Is the killer sure of himself? Yeah. Okay. What points out? Interesting. That's not. Oh, he did kill when there were a lot of people. Oh, okay. Then why was it midnight? Uh-huh. Yes, definitely. Does the killer like trains? Yes. Passenger time, maybe the murderer likes trains. Yes. Okay. I missed something. Very big mood, my friend. Hang on, I'm about to do a pretty big... Yeah, no, that does make sense. Yeah, that does. Just for my mum. Yeah. Yeah. We're here if you need us. Is he generous? Oh, okay, yes, okay. So he makes sure he's accused, not anyone else.
So, ladies and gentlemen, we can now surmise without too much risk of error that our adversary is calculative, sure of himself, a seducer, of outstanding intelligence, that he has plenty of self-control, and that he likes railways. It's a good start. Other meetings may be necessary. I hope that you will be able to come back again.
Well, it's just that...
Good girl, Lee.
Is something bothering you, Mary?
Well, Mr. Poirot, you see, I don't know if I can come to London just like that.
It's normal that people helping with this inquiry should be reimbursed. Starting with you, Miss Drower. Please allow me to pay for your train tickets.
Oh, sir, I cannot accept.
But you must. Mademoiselle, I may not be rich, but my brother left a fortune which will be mine.
Mr. Clark, that's very generous of you.
Well, someone has to foot the bill. Mr. Poirot, would it be possible for you to come back to Devon? Lady Clark has expressed a wish to see you. We'll adjust her medicine so she'll not be too drowsy.
But of course, I shall come the day after tomorrow if it is convenient. Thank you all for coming. We will meet again soon.
That
The
was
meeting
unexpected.
was most fruitful.
Really?
Hastings, I believe now we have everything we need to find a common point between the victims. Now it is time for us to use our grey matter.
Subtitles don't mix with the with what's
Now
being
try
said as
and
well.
Get how brain cells to work.
Okay, whatever. Alrighty, what do the victims have in common? Betty was seeing another man as well as Donald. Betty had a photo of her and Donald. No, maybe the first victim was called Asher. Okay. Oh, Victor, yes. Thank you. Yes. I don't know what the first one was doing. She was being abused, and the other one was sleeping around. The third one was Bridge, I guess. There's not much connecting them. Unless I'm blind, apart from the ABC, anyway. Body was still warm. No. Okay, cool. Cough medicine? And he's a throat doctor. Oh! Shit! Okay. Throat medicine is probably the doctor. I'm
The
waiting.
first two victims suffered from bad throat, and that was precisely the specialty of the third victim, Dr. Clark.
We have a lead.
It would pay to take a closer look at the medical records of Dr. Clark's patients.
We'll do so during our next visit to Churston.
I will do it myself, mon ami. You must remain in London just in case ABC sends us another letter.
Very well, as you wish.
I'm waiting for the rest of the Pokemon donuts to come out. What was the Pikachu one? The truffle, white truffle, and the other one was strawberry
Thank you for coming, Mr.
jam.
Poirot. Lady Clark is waiting for you in her bedroom on the first floor. Please excuse me, I cannot stay for the interview. I've to take Miss Grey to the station to see our lawyer in Torquay.
Our lawyer?
Are you leaving Churston for good?
Miss Grey very kindly stayed with me to settle my brother's affairs. But naturally, she prefers to find a position in London.
Ah, très bien.
I'll be absent all morning, Mr. Poirot, but the nurse is coming soon. She's to ensure that the dose of medicine doesn't make our patient drowsy.
Thank you, Mr. Clark. Have a nice trip, mademoiselle.
Alrighty then. Upstairs we go. What? Examine things.
It would be rude to make Lady Clark wait any longer.
Ah, fine. I see how it is. Up the stairs we go! What is wrong with... What the fuck?
What are you doing?
She's... It looks like she's having a bloody seizure.
Looks like she's playing with herself.
You're an idiot.
This poor woman is very ill.
Oh, poor thing. Clenched fist? I don't think this game knows what body parts look like. Dazed eyes. Her eyes aren't even open. What? It's painkillers. Yeah, probably. It's probably
This
not even
woman is
codeine.
suffering.
Probably just morphine.
She is in no state to have a conversation.
Yeah, no, that poor woman is. Hi, Oven Lover. Yes, Oven Lover. I'm not sure, but hello. Spooky story. So when my grandmother passed away when I can't remember now, but went to see her in the hospital. At one point, she started shaking. What was that? That was. So I love kitchen appliances. I also God damn it. Now I've completely forgot. Anyway, it reminded me of my grandmother. There we go. That was a scary experience.
Mr. Poirot?
My respects, madame.
Thank you for coming. Thank you.
Oh.
Have you seen the nurse? She should have been here by now.
Who's off and I've gotten.
I'm sorry.
No, Lincoln's Lincolnius.
The telephone in the hall is ringing.
Poor. I've no idea. Who sold us the Andre? No? Wait. Where's the hall? It sounds like it's coming from over here, but I can't go over there. Name starts with a H. Oh, with a K. With a K. How many people do I know start with a K? I know. I feel really
Clark
bad.
Residence. Detective Hercule Poirot speaking.
I like Rusty Spoon.
I wanted
Okay.
to let you know that I won't be able to
It's not
come to
Kayana.
injection today. Might Miss Gray be able to do it?
She has just left, but I will
hang
take
on.
care of it.
Thank you. That's very kind of you. You'll
Kitty.
find the skeleton
Oh, yeah.
key to open the medicine cabinet hidden in the lion trophy.
You can count on me. Au revoir,
Oh yeah,
mademoiselle.
Kalia. Sorry, Kalia.
Thank you kindly.
I'm so used to
Goodbye,
calling you
Mr.
Leah.
Poirot.
Do I know a Kyle? Caitlin? I know two Caitlins. They both begin with K.
Lady Clark is in pain.
Carter? Carter! Oven and oh, that's fucking adorable! If that's what I think it is. Oh, hi Carter! That's so cute! I'm sorry, Carter. I keep forgetting it's a K, not a C. Oh, hi Carter. That's so,
This woman is suffering.
oh,
She
that's
is in
so
no
cute.
state
I'm
to
not
have
going
a
to say what it
conversation.
is. I'm not going to say what it is. I'm sorry. Hang on. We got to give her. Oh, we got to find the skeleton key. Oh,
Lady Clark is in pain.
you just. Sorry.
Lady Clark is in...
I know Lady Clark's in pain, man.
It's
I'm
closed.
trying to find a medicine, man.
Lady Clark is in
Oh
pain.
my fluff! Don't say it again. Look, the medicine's on the table. So if we look at her, the medicine's
This
here.
woman is suffering. She is in no state to have a conversation.
No, CATA. As in CATA. And then again, I guess that'd be SATA. I don't. English is a weird language. Then there's plus. Yep, the bottle's right there, though. Yes. Hey, Carter. Sorry. I feel bad.
Lady Clark
I couldn't
is in
think
pain.
of it. I get that, dude, but where the medicine's right there and you won't let me give her the medicine, so I'm trying to. I know. Oh no, I'm stuck. Shit. Oh no, there we go. I did. I know, I'm sorry. I'll be good. Oh, thank you, Cedric. Sorry, thank you, Japan Man. No, it's away.
Lady Clark.
Oh, my fluff. Is it not in there? Yeah, I know, I'm sorry.
Lady Clark is in
Oh,
pain. I have to give her...
Somebody is something. Yeah, but I gotta find that first. Oh, what's that?
I do not need to make a telephone call now.
Oh, fair enough.
Why do we even have that medicine?
Wait, can you see a lever? Lever. Hey, Pearl. Where the flying pineapples is this medicine?
It's closed.
I'm not trying to touch the closed thing. I'm trying to touch that one. Wait a minute. Can I use the spring to unlock it? No. I haven't got a skeleton key. It said something about a skeleton key, but I haven't got it. Whoop. Find the skeleton key, but it won't let me touch anything but the medicine. No, I don't know what key. I don't know. I don't. It won't let me touch anything else, so that's why I'm really confused. That looks like a key, but it's also apparent. Shut up. It said where it was. Ah, fuck. The drawer. Oh. Yeah, I was trying to. I got distracted, man. You've known me for how long, and don't remember that I get distracted that easily. Where's the drawer? That drawer? But it won't let me touch it.
Lady Clark is in pain.
Oh no! What's in here?
Lady Clark is in pain.
Oh, I swear to flying fish paste. Alright, you know what? Not what I was after. Where's the nurse? Where's the... Feck.
It is not the right time.
How do you know what the time is? What did the nurse say, Cedric? No, this is my fault, not his. Why does it give you a prompt to look at the tiger thingy? Oh! I didn't even see that. Yeah, I know, that's my fault. That's my fault. I'm clicking the wrong thing because it's not time. And I like the camel. Oh, look at that. Oh, and you'll let me this time, sure. Bastard. Okay.
Here is the skeleton key.
Thanks, Cedric. Can always count on him. What else is to be examined here? I think there's a puma. You said puma. Stop it, guys. You're gonna make me poo my pants. Sorry, that's one of Lauren's favorite jokes.
April 1925, Aceh province, Sumatra.
Oh, it just might be a lion. Lioness. Excuse me. Okay, so we've got the skeleton key. I can understand how skeleton keys would work for doors, but how would they work for smaller locks like this one?
It's closed.
Fine. I'll use the frickin' there. Like, is it spring-loaded kind of thing so it matches the...
Mr. Poirot. Oh, I feel better now. Thank you for your help.
I'm glad that wasn't on a bloody timer. She would have been dead hours ago. Continue with ask what she has to say about the matter. Remind of her investigation. Yeah.
You asked for me, chère madame.
Yes. Yes, of course, I wish to speak with you. But what was it about?
Oh dear.
No doubt. You wish to talk to me about what happened to your husband?
Ah, yes. Oh, poor Carmichael. Has the madman who killed him been caught?
Not yet, chère madame. There was a great many people in Cheston on the day of the murder.
Indeed. People go straight to the beach. They don't come near Coomside.
So, there were no strangers around the house that day?
Who said that?
The people who live here. Your brother-in-law, Miss Grey.
Miss Grey? Oh, I don't like her. Franklin wanted her to stay, but I insisted she should go. Immediately.
So she doesn't trust her
You're
either.
entitled to do so, naturally.
I'm pleased that you approve.
Sorry?
The others
Yes.
have been taken in by her. But at least you can see through that self-pity act.
She's
See
like
what she's up to.
Black Widow kind of thing.
Oh.
Do you want to go play with she? Yeah, if you want to. I don't mind. Okay, interesting. Did she fall back asleep?
She's sleeping.
Oh,
I must find a way to wake her up gently.
possibly. She's not shaking anymore, which is nice. How the heck am I gonna wake her? Maybe
the
if I...
subject would probably be useful to me.
A silver comb. Are you pooping? Yes, it does mean no.
Probably
No
be
worries.
useful to me.
Oh, a silver comb and a gold comb? What? A bronze comb? That's weird. That'd just be creepy. That does not look like a comb. Yeah, that looks like it needs to be put together with something else. That's what I was thinking. Oh, that's number 3. That's number 2. So there's going to be a third one, which is gold. Gold. Okay, what's over here?
This couple appears to be having fun.
What? Razor blades. I mean, yeah. Fun game of croquet. Croquet, you idiot. Or music box piece. Oh, yeah. I know the one you mean. Oh, that makes sense, yeah.
Lady Clark and Sir Carmichael were very happy, but they did not have any children.
Guillotine. Oh yeah, I can see it. I can see what you mean, yeah. I mean, I don't think the guillotine would be used to wake her up. I think that'd be put to sleep permanently. Okay, so yeah, I reckon Bree eat the rich. Yeah. A music box. Anyone seen a music box? Unless that's a radio, yeah? Baby cat, you could kill a horse with that smell. Wow. Oh. Pui.
I must find a way.
That's what I'm looking for, Poirot.
It is not the right time.
Okay then.
I must find a way.
Okie dokie. Maybe if we call the house near her. Near her?
I must find.
Okay. So we're stuck again. Okay. Fine. Unless we combine it with the springs, I doubt. Hey, Loz! Stinky one-eyed cat. Yes. Okay. Did you move Bird? Or did he move himself into the lounge room? No, she's Sprite. Because she's a soot sprite. Because she's fluffy and weird. Okay, observe. Oh, okay. I did not notice. Okay. That was just really weird hearing that all of a sudden. He came down when I gave him his dinner. Oh, okay. So he's been down for a while. Oh, my fluff, I'm sorry, bud. Where is a music box?
I've finished with this subject.
Okay. We're done with this, yeah? No?
Lady Clark and Sir Carmichael were very happy.
That's a
They
music
did
box.
not have any children.
Is that a music book? The Batafe. He's such a good boy. Bye, baby cat. Oh, see if you can... Oh, you're not going to do it now, are you? No? No, no. No. Yeah? You want to play with your toys? Come play with your toys. You're not going to drag it, are you? You're not going to be creepy. Ah, okay. There's got to be something this goes to. Can I call?
I do not.
No. Maybe the cat can do. Maybe this thing can do something. No.
Après
Don't do it.
1925.
Don't do it. Leave it alone. Come on, stop being so mean. Don't jump up there. Don't do it.
A way to...
I am trying to... Is there a doorbell, maybe?
I am not going to leave campsite now.
I'm not asking you to leave campsite now. I'm asking you to ring a doorbell. Baby cat wants... Her eyes are following the cursor. Vividly. So we got nothing to do with that.
She's sleeping.
I know she's sleeping.
I must find a way to wake her up gently.
Being adorable. Yes, she is. What am I missing here? Bedside table perhaps. In the cupboard? Oh, for the love of fish. Okay, fine. Wait. Yes! Okay, there. Why didn't you let me do that before? Open. Hello. Open. It doesn't work. Press the right buttons and you might get it, dopey.
This is where the comms go.
And
this
there's...
thing appears to be broken.
Really? I thought that's how they all looked. Don't wiggle your butt at the TV.
I have to put a new spring in.
Well, that's what I was trying to do. Oh, that's right.
I hope that Hastings will not be cross with me.
I mean, you could always take it out and put it back. Baby cat, I really can't see, lady. 1. Fuck. Oh, I can see it on the other TV. On the other TV. No, fuck. Yeah, that's the one. I can see on the stream which one I'm pressing. Ha ha! No. Pussycat, I think. Alright, wait.
This part appears to be working.
Everything should be working now. Take and move. What do you mean take and move? Do we go backwards or do we... No, we go forwards. That's one way. Oh yeah. I can't see, baby cat.
What are we talking about? Ah, yes. Thora Grey. Oh, Carmichael had great esteem for her. But for me, she was nothing but a hypocrite.
Why a hypocrite?
You're probably right, madame.
You have seen through her. I'm so pleased. But I've convinced you.
That was weird. Oh. We were wrong.
Well, I appear to have been wrong about Thora Grey.
So you all agree. How nice it is to be all of the same mind.
That is so strange, that sudden change.
Miss Grey did look after you very well, though.
Outwardly. But she's hiding something. I think she tried to poison me.
Miss
Why do you
Grey?
think that?
A poisoner? But everybody appears to like her.
That
It
doesn't mean they
proves she
can't
knows
be.
what she's doing. She's manipulative and she's a liar.
A liar?
Let's see, didn't she say that on the day of the crime nobody was around Coomside?
That is correct.
Well, at 11 o'clock I saw her talking to someone.
Really? And what was this man like?
An ordinary sort of man with a very plain face. Oh, I don't remember well.
Was he a gentleman?
Was this night or day?
He was not a gentleman.
It would be best to leave her to sleep now.
Okay. Right, sorry for
The
taking so long
telephone
with
in the
that.
hall is ringing.
Yeah, you wanna hear me here? Ah, right, yeah, fine.
Hello?
Is
Lar!
that you? Hastings here.
Thank you for calling. Have you received a new letter from the murderer?
No, thank goodness. How are things in Churston?
I questioned Lady Clark, but I will not leave until I have examined everything of interest to me here. Fortunately, Franklin is absent, and I have a skeleton key.
Have you seen Thora Grey again?
Briefly. But rest assured, I intend to summon her to London soon.
She's a fascinating girl.
But secretive. I would like to ask her a few questions.
Poirot, she wouldn't hurt a fly.
How would you know
Each to his
that?
own, my friend. Yours are pretty often among old ladies that have the maladies.
Not bad.
Poirot, are you
This time I can't
mocking
even hear it at all.
No ill intended, rest assured. À bientôt, mon ami.
So, never mind. As soon as I said it, it screamed. Started screaming.
How am I going to open this trunk? Let us examine it.
Okay. That one. How the balls am I supposed to know that? Maybe it's on here. Oh! Look big! That's redundant. Baby cat, I really can't see, sweetie. 1927. Let's try 1927. Oh yeah, the year of the lion as well. Very good idea. I'll try this one first since it's on the thing. Hey, it
Leaving
worked
the
out.
code on the trunk. What a strange character Franklin is.
Okay. Oh hell no. Oh fuck. Okay. Identify me. Apple Air. Okay. Why not? Are these metal? Oh, okay. What the fluff? What is that got to do with the price of eggs? 31. Seven. Seven. Ah, it's time, you flip it. Fair enough. The time is... Baby cat, leave the TV alone, please. 7:20 is what we're gonna put the time as. Baby cat, come on, man. That's a 20. Where's that? Oh, of course. Of course I've had the... Oh, fucking keyring.
So, what is this sound?
Oh, yeah. Ouch.
I should be able to open the trunk now.
Hey, hey. Ho, ho. 101010. 01101011. Hey, hey.
There we are.
Baby cow, I really can't see. Don't be so bloody mean. Pretty kitty. No, you can't help this time. Oh. Just go whiskey. It's got a fake bottom. Ha! Must be a Kardashian. Sorry, that was stupid. No, it doesn't have a fake bottom, it's just... What is that? Is that an Allen key set?
Franklin
Yeah.
put an Allen key inside his trunk. I'll borrow it for a minute.
Okay.
Whiskey and other good quality drinks. Mr. Clark really has refined tastes. Whiskey and other good quality drinks. Mr. Clark really has refined tastes.
Go to the office. Okay. Is there anything else?
Whiskey and other good...
Okay, shut up. I can't move him.
Whiskey and other
I
good...
didn't touch them. Wait.
Whiskey and other good...
Damn it. Okay, there we go. Go to the office. Why am I going to the office, Frank? What is that one? Aha! Victory!
A pile of books, including one about dragons. Nothing interesting.
Sir, how many books have you found on dragons?
A pile of books.
No, shh. Okay, can we not? Yeah, okay. This is... Oh, okay, I got that, why that was there. Oh, Allen key. Use. I need the triangular one. Oh. Perfect. Victory! Well, that's bloody redundant, isn't it? Baby cat, are you trying to make sure that I can't... It's an odd shape. I didn't think that'd work. another.
It can be.
Why? Why do you keep saying that? We've looked at it already. You don't have to keep saying it. Fuck. Fuck it. Oh, now you work, you bastard.
Another screw.
But I tried that the first time, because it looked the same. For the love of fish, you make no sense. Fish nuggets. Use. That's bloody rude.
This engraving is not very easy to understand.
By the look of it, it's a map. Oh, that's mean. Oh, fudge duck. That's England and Ireland. No. That. Why are you moving? Okay. Sure, that's fine. No. You're moving too much. Wales goes... no. Because that's Ireland there. That's Wales. Fuck. Stop spinning.
It is blocked.
Oh. Hi, Loki. He's a good boy. Fine. Work.
It is blocked.
Ah, I can't spin them. I can spin.
It is blocked.
I didn't touch that one. Touch that one. Huh? Alright, that's fine. That's fair. Son of a fish biscuit. Hmm? Really? There. Shit. Centering, you son of a... I've confused myself again. There. I've not... Fuck. It doesn't reset. Shit. Okay, cool. Alright, fine. That should be back there. That should be up here. It should be there. But it's... Okay. I need you there. And you up there. And then you
Franklin must really
There you
love
go.
his country to have an engraving in his trunk. I think I heard the panel above ringing.
Okay. Yeah. So is that small piece Northern Ireland, or was Northern Ireland not a thing then? In the top piece, he says. You mean?
A signet ring? A signet ring with a code written on it. 1587. It may be useful to me.
Okay. It's kind of spooky hearing that still going in the background.
Four Chinese symbols are engraved on this padlock.
Yeah, it's all Chinese to me.
I won't
I
manage
have no
to do
idea.
it randomly. Should I look at the rest of the facade, maybe?
Yeah. Anything that translates Chinese to you, mate? Nope. Okay.
Well,
Oh, okay.
The characters engraved on this disc resemble those engraved on the padlock.
Okay. So the first one is arrow pointing down. It's not there.
No, it's not the right code. It's only a hinge. Nothing interesting.
Really? What? Oh, two doors. Yeah, I get you.
Only-
It's okay. Something's not right there then. Ah, son of a fish.
Like this character appears to be...
Okay, so it's a slide. That one.
No, it's
No,
not the
you
right
don't
code.
need to say anything. I know. Where? Okay, and it's a hat for the last one. Come on.
That's it. This
No one finds this wrist or anything, but the last one is a hat. Then
the position
clothing
of this...
frame. Then gates.
Like this character... Very good. Oh,
Yes, shush. Climbing frame? No. Gates, climbing frame, and hat. Yes, no. Gates, climbing frame. There we go. Wrong way. Ta-da!
at last, the cupboard is open. The Railway Children, E. Nesbit.
This sounds familiar. Okay.
For Franklin, und have his Christmas, 1910.
Huh, cool. Can I open it? Okay.
Genteel and wild, English countryside revisited.
Okay. Right. So I didn't read that properly then.
Traveling
There
in
we go.
China, a practical guide for English travelers.
They're all travel books. Why are you showing me
railway
again?
children.
Ah, it's
Email.
what's been found. Okay, cool. Gotcha. And then we've got this.
Net, flask, and rifles. Franklin is very well equipped.
Okay, that was just for the sake of it, was it?
Net, flask.
We showed a okay. Whatever. Sure thing. Okay. Thinking what?
This plate appears to be able to move, but something is blocking it. This plate appears to be...
I could have sworn it
Plate
just
appears-
moved. But okay.
Labia. This plate appears...
Yeah, okay, that's fine.
I think the signet ring should be placed here.
Sure.
The plates around the picture appear to have unlocked. I think I've already seen these symbols on Franklin's trophies.
What trophies? Wait, what? Back out? Yeah, that's fine. I haven't seen any trophies yet. I've seen 2. 3. Yeah. Okay.
February 1922, South Africa.
Uh-huh. Forfad.
July 1920, Alaska Peninsula.
Geez, these guys travelled pretty far, considering. So we got the poof, bear print, bear pad. Okay. And then we got the kitty cat. Cat, here's your kitty cat. And a meow 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 meow. Cat, a kitty cat, and a paw pad. Okay. Are there more? Yes, there are more. That's a loud clock. Is there any in here? Hello.
Attention, Franklin. Task list. A. Ordering Lady Clark remedies. Done. B. Tidying up real estate property files. Done. C. Calling the lawyer about inventory. Done. D. Update the tenant-farmer list. Done. E. Update land rent accounting. Done. F. Ordering a restock of arsenic. Done. P.S. I have left on the living room table some of my things I don't want to keep. The locket and the dagger. I am sure you know why. Thora.
I wonder if that's the dagger that was missing from before.
I've already seen similar daggers.
Why do you have it? Why would he break a collection? Dark dragon
A
for a
dark
bright
dragon for a
haired maid.
bright-haired maid. C.
Yes. Okay. Oh. Elbow. I'm pretty sure that it. Okay.
Order and method above all. Let us finish examining the mansion while...
Okay. Sweet.
I see some papers that were not there
Yeah.
the first time I visited.
Oh?
Valuers report property. Building land located in Comside, Churston client, Sir Carmichael Clark, April 15, 1935, Court and Brunskill office.
Oh, is he trying to sell the place? How do I open?
Court and Brunskill. The name is familiar. Is that not the name of the firm Donald Fraser works for?
Oh, okay.
These daggers are only ceremonial weapons. I do not think that the crime weapon is here.
Wasn't there a ceremonial dagger we saw in the museum in Japan that was still as sharp as the day it was made or something? Sea salt?
Ernest Logan, MD, Brighton Cancer Institute, 201 Dusk Road, Brighton, Sussex. To Sir Carmichael Clark, MD, Comside, Churston, Devon. Brighton, 1935, January the 5th. As a man of science, I owe it to you to be completely frank.
I'm pretty sure we've
Lady
heard
Clark,
this one.
your wife is suffering from a generalized terminal cancer. I confess I didn't suspect anything like that during the first
Yeah,
I
we've
estimate
read
that
this one.
Lady Clark.
Okay, cool. That's everything. Why would you break... I don't get why you'd break up a set. Like,
The door is locked.
we've got the bloody key!
This unit contains the medical records for Sir Carmichael Clark's patients. Let us study them closely and see if there are any familiar names. Lots of dust. The records from E to Z have not been touched for years.
These have been, though.
No names. Disappointing. No dust on the records from A to D. They've been handled recently. No names. Disappointing.
Interesting.
Sir Carmichael's collection could rival
Yeah,
that.
we know. But... Comside private collection. Purchases... Oh! It's catalogue.
Comside's private collection. Purchases since 1920. The catalogue for Sir Carmichael Clark's collection.
I've always thought of catalogues as... Hello? Paper only. Not bound. Traditional Chinese map. Facsimile. What does facsimile mean?
Traditional Chinese map. Facsimile. South is
Welcome
on the
back.
top of the map.
So that's south. So everything's upside down?
There are some very valuable objects here.
Alright then. Alright, so we got the paw pad, we got the... Don't do it! Got... Fuck, I forgot the places though. So, where were you? You're in... South Africa. No, South Africa was the... Gazelle, this is Sumatra. There weren't any trophies upstairs, were there? So you're South Africa and you are... Balls, Alaska.
Franklin appears to be very active.
Rackets. Where are the shoes? I see. But whatever. Yeah.
Franklin Clark appears to be a typical British gentleman. A good sportsman, A hunter, a traveler.
I'll be right back. That sounded like somebody at the door. Oh, never mind. Next door. Never mind, it's next door. They were knocking on the next door, which is right next to our front door. It's the bush at the door. Getting too close. Yeah. Okay, so I reckon we're missing one.
The plates around the picture appear to have unlocked. I think I've already seen these symbols on Franklin's trophies.
Yes, you have. Is there a bird somewhere? Oh, don't look at the key, you silly ass. Leave the key. Leave the item. Leave the items alone. The signet ring's been used. No, fuck off. What the hell? Thank you. That's it. That's all I want. Weird. That symbol doesn't match anything.
The African kudu.
What? Oh, okay. Okay, that makes a bit more sense. Yeah. Okay. And then that one's gonna be the... No. Whoa. Bear. That's the Alaskan Peninsula there, isn't it? So that should be... No, it should be down there. That doesn't make any sense. Unless it's over here.
The Alaskan Kodiak bear.
You gotta put it all the way down there. You're a weird bugger. But okay. Sumatra is Indonesia, which is... Not that thing. Sumatra is Indonesia, isn't it? Son of a fish. Can't spin that one. Yeah, it should be right there.
Sumatra.
Yeah. But I have to link each one. Pretty sure I'm missing a bird somewhere.
The lion of Sumatra.
It wasn't lion.
I heard the sound of a mechanism.
That was freaking weird.
Thankful of protecting one's safe. Triangulating one's hunting sites on the map.
You want a special guest?
Hello, G-Mouse. How's the mouse? He's an old man. He's a good boy. Hi there, G-Mouse. Do you have anything to say to everyone? He breathes so softly you can't even hear it on the microphone. That would be nice. When... Where was that code? He said it was 15 something, didn't he?
Don't look at him like that.
A signet ring.
Number is written on the coat of arms. What? What?
A signet ring bearing the Clark's family's...
Yeah, 1580. Where the hell did you see that?
A signet ring bearing the Clark's family's coat of arms. A number is written on it.
Oh, 1587 up the top. Right, gotcha. Thanks, Barry. Yeah, I did it and I forgot what it was.
These documents are very likely going to help me for the rest of the inquiry.
Okay. The music box just started again out of nowhere.
A dozen gold sovereigns. Some shares for the Southern Railway and some treasury bills. This is not worth much. Hardly enough to justify your robbery.
Wait, so owning part of the railway isn't worth a
Sir
okay.
Carmichael Clark, Campside Churston, Devon, to Mr. Franklin Clark, Peninsula Hotel, Salisbury Road, Tsimsha Kowloon, Hong Kong. Campside, 1935, January the 12th. Dear Franklin, first, I wish you a good start to a successful new year. I have received your letter dated December 10th. Thanks for defending my interest against Wang, this robber. Things could have got pretty bad if you weren't a real cold-blooded guy. I envy you for that. Things go on here much as usual. Charlotte is moderately free from pain. I wish one could say more. You may remember Thora Gray. She is a dear girl and a greater comfort to me that I can tell you. I should not have known what to do through this bad time but for her. She has an exquisite taste and shares my passion for Chinese art. No daughter could be a closer or more sympathetic companion. Life has been difficult, but I am glad to feel that here she has a home and true affection. You wrote me you want to stay in China for 1 more year or even longer. I don't object. The longer you stay, the more opportunities you will have to increase our collection. Nonetheless, you should know that we miss you here, and that Charlotte will be gone by the time you come back. I am, dear Franklin, your truly affectionate brother. Charlotte Clark Campside Church.
No,
I wish you
it's the
with
same
all
one.
my heart a happy year 1935. Writing my greeting cards, I have affectionate thoughts for you. Always smiling as a child, sailing to distant countries and bringing back to us trunks full of wonder. At home, everything annoys me. Starting with this young Thora Sir Carmichael is so fond of. I have nobody to share my feelings with, so I write to you. How can I tell you what happens to me? The simplest way the better. I am doomed. I still have 1 year to live, no more.
Doom!
How do I know?
Sorry.
I opened the secret drawer of Carmichael and read a letter not addressed to me. In this letter, Dr. Logan tells my husband in the most direct way the truth he conceals from me. Sir, I know. But my husband doesn't know I know. Please don't tell him. And if he shares the truth with you, act as you are surprised. Carr will probably speak in his usual convoluted way, but I wanted to be the first to announce it to you. It does matter to me that you are aware of what happens in Campside. Warm regards, Charlotte.
Right.
Eton College School year 1912-1913. Franklin Clark. School report for Franklin Clark. According to his teachers, Franklin was a good student, but lacked discipline.
Yo, okay. Now what? No. Inspect the match. Lovely. We've inspected that. We've inspected that. Inspected that. I think it is time to leave. Okay. Did we check this? No, we didn't. Sorry?
My friends on opposite. Everybody hate.
Everybody panic.
The Black Dragon's curse. To Franklin, who will never grow up. January 25, 1928. Car Charlotte.
Sound. Her.
Miss Thorogray, Comside, Justin Devon.
What's she doing with arsenic?
Thallium. I am not going to leave Comside now. I still have...
You just told me to check the surroundings, you bum. Inspect the mansion's surroundings. I don't blame you, Bree. She's very tight. Unless it...
No!
No! Come here. Come on. Come here. Come say hello to people. Bye. Oh, bye.
Bye-bye.
Good night. Sweet dreams. Haven't...
Where is the horrible smell of carrion coming from?
Find the crows and you'll find the carrion. Crows? Ravens? Do they have crows in England still? Or are they just ravens?
Me feel uncomfortable.
No, she's going outside. She wants to go sit in the rain. Whoa! Oh, right. Yeah, this kind of thing. When I said before, like, what happens when that stops working? You gotta go, jump the hedge. But then, what about these hedges? You've got two on the inside, and then you've got a tree on the inside. How are you supposed to water it? Like, the hedges are usually pretty thick.
This fountain makes a very relaxing sound.
Yeah, it does make a very relaxing sound. It also makes you need to pee. With a watering can. Yeah, but how long's the damn watering can? To go from here to here to here to here? How do you reach that? Or do you not water a hedge? But you still got to clip it to make sure it's manicured.
It was probably the gardener who lit this fire. Look here. I wonder if someone wanted to get rid of these papers. This subject would probably be useful to me.
Yes, but also getting over the hedge. Like that's pretty high. It's pretty high. Well, it's up to his waist. So I don't know. Just. It just seems very, I don't know what the word I'm looking for. Wrong? That was quick. Yeah, fair enough. Oh, you're back inside now, are you, baby cat?
May you have peace, Carmichael. Charlotte.
That was very quick. To have that erected. Oh, it's not the next day. That's right. But you're a tit, Lauren. Did we get that? We did get those papers. Oh, fudge.
If someone has tried to get rid of these documents, they may be important.
You don't say. I reckon we could put that together, but okay. Do we go back inside to do that? Go that way. Wait, we still haven't found the smell of carrion.
Where is the horrible smell of carrion coming from?
I got distracted by the paper. I wish I could walk just that little bit faster. Stop bleeding back to him, you silly thing. Oh, what's that?
This wisteria is in full bloom.
What? Bird's being a bird. Is being a very interesting bird.
Something makes me...
That feels very wrong. Oh, hello, mouse.
Brown pellets. Revolting. Let us now try and get our brain cells to work.
Okay. Why did Thora leave personal belongings behind at cornerside? They're both playing with it. Okay. Bear and bird playing together. No, that's Banjo-Kazooie. Cat and bird playing together. Yeah. He really doesn't want it. Yeah. Thora left behind a letter. Nope. Yeah. Thora does not want to be accused of theft. Okay, fair enough.
Everything that Thora Grey has left behind comes from Sir Carmichael's collection. He most probably gave them to her. But she chose to leave them here rather than run the risk of being accused of theft. It is understandable when you know just how much Lady Clark mistrusted her.
Yeah,
let us
fair
now
enough.
try and get our brain cells to work.
Okay. Ground. Is Thora a poisoner? No, it's mine. I'm gonna get it. Hang on. There was poisoned rat near this crime scene. Thora ordered the rat poison. And she thinks she did. Ah, she only had a year to live, so never considered poison. Okay.
Thora Grey had no reason to kill someone who only had a few months left to live. The poison she ordered was for rats.
Okay.
The gardener must have made good use of it, considering the stinking remains on the path, not far from the property. I've finished here. I must put the skeleton key back and inform Hastings that I'm returning to London. Tut-tut. The gardener does not follow the alignment. There, that's better. It is symmetrical.
Nope. What is the third point?
There, that's...
Oh. I don't know, Lauren. What is with pets in your toes? By the way, is my microphone on? Not 100% sure. Bird, don't go outside, you silly animal. You can't fly. Beautiful. Thank you, Frank. Thank you, sea salt. Thank you, Leah. Yeah, it's starting to scream again. Alright, it might be time to, after this, to let it go till next week. Cause the PlayStation's starting to scream again. That's where we took the key from. Baby cat, no, please. Please don't. Okay. Use. There we go.
Perfect. Nothing else is keeping me here.
Now we gotta make the phone call. Excuse me. Sorry this took so long. I just had no idea what the hell was going on for most of it.
Hello, Hastings. I have finished in Charleston. I will take the first train. Tell me, do you know how to restore writing on a burned document?
Baby cat, don't do that.
Yes, you just have to soak a cloth with a hydrochloric acid solution and rub the sheet of paper. Then the characters appear.
Bien. You have been of great assistance, Hastings. Could you please order the solution as soon as possible?
Of course, but what documents do you want to read?
You will
Baby
see,
cat,
my
stop.
friend. À ce soir.
Oh no. Excuse me.
Donald Fraser is here. He insisted on waiting to see you.
Okay. We can't stop yet. A Hungarian moustache. I thought it was Belgian. Baby cat, stop.
This man is tired.
Crumpled clothes. Come on. Dark circles, okay. Screech.
Donald is short of sleep. And it looks as if he didn't even bother to undress before going to bed.
Meh. Alright, let's talk to him. What do you want?
Mr. Poirot, I don't know why I'm here.
Okay, baby, please stop.
I am not going to play games with you, Mr. Fraser.
You don't understand me. Mr. Poirot, since Betty's death, I've doubts about myself. I don't know what to do.
No, baby.
And I keep having a horrible dream 3 nights in a row.
Have a drink and tell me about this dream.
It's always the same. I'm on the beach with Betty. I grab her around the throat, and I squeeze, and squeeze until she's dead. Her head falls back, and I see that it's no longer Betty. It's Megan's face.
Have you seen Megan Barnard recently?
Yes, our grief has brought us together. I never really knew her before. She's really quite a remarkable girl. But I would never tell her about my dream.
Why not? Is it her you are attacking in your dream?
No, it's Betty. And once Betty is dead, it's Megan's face that appears in its place.
Very interesting.
Okay.
Let us now try and get our brain cells to work.
How should Donald's dream be interpreted? Donald very much love Betty. Does not kill me in a dream. No. Donald is starting to feel this for me and he feels guilty about abandoning Betty. Okay, yeah, fair enough.
Mr. Fraser, I think that the real meaning of this dream is that you are in love with Megan Barnard.
Please go on. Do.
This dream certainly betrays your guilt.
Oh.
But what do you feel guilty about? Having killed your fiancée? possible. Or forgetting her very quickly for her sister, certainly. And this forgetting is perceived as a second death.
So you don't really think I was the one who killed Betty?
I do not exclude this theory. I am simply saying that I do not need to know that fact to explain your dream and your guilt.
Thank you for being frank, Mr. Poirot. You've helped me a great deal. I'm going back to Bexhill. I'll not take any more of your time up.
It is late, Mr. Fraser, and you are tired.
I'll sleep on the train. I like trains. It's easy to sleep rocked by the sound of the wheels.
I like trains.
Poor boy, he seems completely lost.
Women seem to like him. I think Megan will take care of him. Oh, I remember. Did you order the product I needed?
Yes, we'll be receiving it tomorrow.
Bien, it is late, and I asked Miss Grey to come tomorrow morning. I have a few questions I wish to ask her.
Get out of my sandwich. No.
Okay. I asked you here in order to answer a very important
September 11th, that was 2 days ago. 2 days, Lauren! Weird bloody creature.
Tell me about your meeting with the murderer.
But what are you talking about?
Yet, Lady Clark maintained that she saw you talking to a stranger on the front doorstep.
Really? She must have been mistaken. Oh, I remember now. I'd forgotten all about it, but it wasn't important. It was just a salesman. One of those traders who sell stockings from door to door.
Can you describe him to me?
Medium size.
Glasses. Dark suit.
Dark suit and a felt hat. Not the sort of man you notice. Completely harmless. That's why I forgot all about him.
Nothing else?
He was very hesitant and shy. Usually door-to-door salesmen are very confident. But he wasn't.
Mademoiselle, the circumstances of your departure do not appear very clear.
Mr. Poirot, your questions are offensive.
Tough.
I don't wish to lie. Lady Clark did not appreciate my presence. And Franklin could not go against the wishes of a sick lady. He is a good man. And he worries a great deal about his sister-in-law.
I noticed that you left some personal belongings behind at Churston. It was too risky for you to keep these objects, am I correct?
Risky? What was the risk?
It would have been really risky keeping the murder weapon on you.
The Chinese dagger. It would have broken with the first blow. I used it as a letter opener.
Bien. I must ask you one last question. Please reply frankly with either yes or no. If
Baby
Lady
cat, I
Clark had
can't
died,
see.
Would you have agreed to marry Sir Carmichael if he'd asked you?
How dare you ask such a question? Sir Carmichael treated me just like his daughter. And all that I ever felt him was affection and gratitude, nothing else.
Thank you, mademoiselle. I will not keep you any longer.
No, baby cat. Damn it. Like, oh well.
I met Thora Grey on the stairs. Her cheeks were ablaze, and she appeared to be deeply hurt. Poirot, have you offended the poor girl again? Do you have good reasons for accusing her?
I accused her of nothing, Hastings. I simply asked her an important question she did not answer. Let us see if we can answer it for her. Let us now try and...
Okay. Stuff that one. Right. Would Thora have married somebody? Apparently not. Thora goes... Thora likes Franklin, said no, she wouldn't have. Okay, why did they not... Okay, well, oh no, that's about him, not her. Okay. Huh? Would Thor have married somebody if he'd lived? Okay, well, let's have a look. No. No.
That was fucking terrifying.
Hi, baby cat. Okay, Thor would be... Yeah, if... Okay, fair enough.
You must know how to read between the lines, Hastings. When Sir Carmichael refers to paternal affection, he's lying to himself. Read this engraving on the brooch. A dark dragon for an angel with glossy hair. These are the words of a lover, not a father. Lady Clark was not wrong.
What if Sir Carmichael had fallen in love with his secretary? That doesn't mean that she forced him to do so.
True, there are extenuating circumstances. She is a penniless orphan. But she's calculating. Just look how she avoided it when asked if she would have married Clark.
I see. You think she seduced Sir Carmichael for her own gain, and that now she is doing the same with his brother. Poirot, your world is a very dark place.
Do not get carried away, mon ami. We have another more important matter to settle.
Really?
Yes, would you believe that Miss Grey taught me something new? Let us now try.
Okay. What? Another common point between the murders. Look like you're falling asleep on the jigger. Oh, right. The stockings, very suspicious.
It's perfectly clear, Hastings, perfectly clear. Indeed, a stocking seller visited Andover, Bexhill and Churston on the day of each murder. We have our suspect. This should be of interest to Jop.
Okay, you know what? You got the award, Thor's Hammer. Oh, alright then. You
Chief
just give an
Inspector,
award for the
we are
sake of
looking
it.
for a stocking salesman.
I see you have a suspect.
Yes. Contact all the stocking wholesalers who may employ him.
Your suspect is a salesman?
No, he does not take orders. He sells door to door.
Right. The hunt is on.
I'll try and finish this tonight. If it... Oh, Doncaster's next. Why Doncaster? Oh, here. Scary cat. Hello, friend. That was
Are
rude.
you leaving, Mr. Cust?
Yes, I'm going to Cheltenham.
You shouldn't travel today. You don't look very well.
I have to. I have engagements. I must respect them.
What's wrong with his neck? That's weird. I'll try and finish this tonight, but I don't know if the PlayStation will handle it. I'll try.
Can you get the post, Hastings?
And why don't you go and get it yourself?
What's going on? I've never known Hastings to be so disagreeable.
It does autosave, yeah. It was very aggressive of him. It didn't sound like him, but anyway. Yeah, yeah.
It is not the right time.
Okay. Whatever. I didn't check any of the mirrors in the other place. Gah.
Poor Mr. Poirot. I'm quite sorry for you. If at first you don't succeed, try again. We've a long way to go still. Typery? No, that comes later. Letter T. The next little incident will take place in Doncaster on September 11th. So long.
Well, that's today, Ian.
ABC. I should compare this letter with the one on my desk which I received earlier to see if it does indeed come from the same person.
The typewriter's different though. Not entirely, but slightly. Must have fixed his W. Or at least from there it looks like it. Oh no, it's
Let
back.
us examine this more closely.
No, look at the W. The W is quite
Certain
clear.
characters in the two letters.
Uh-huh. You gonna highlight it or not?
Let us examine the characters in this word. The W is not printed properly. However, the characters in the two words do not match.
Oh, okay, fair enough. The I...
This I is weird. Yes,
so is that one.
The I characters in the two letters do indeed have the same defects. I have to find some other similar defects to confirm my theory.
The A...
Yes, the A appears to be quite unusual.
So I remember
right.
who it is now,
The
by the way.
characters in
Well,
the two letters
it basically
do
tells you.
indeed have the same defects.
Yeah. I remember more of it
find
now.
Some other similar defects to confirm my theory.
Yeah, it wasn't... What's his name? It's male,
The
there you
W
go.
is not printed properly.
Oh no, the W is not Well, that's weird. Of course, the capital and the bloody, the capital and the lowercase should be two different keys on a typewriter.
My theory was right. These two letters were written with...
Okay.
Hastings, strikes tomorrow.
What? It said September 11th was today.
He's on another line. Can I take a message?
Yes, please, mademoiselle. It is from Hercule Poirot. Tell him ABC strikes tomorrow in Doncaster. He must call me back.
Very well, sir.
What? Gold paper knife, okay.
Bien, now I'm going to see what I can find from these burnt documents. I've received the product I need. Hastings, if you do not mind, I would like you to take a few notes.
Yes, yes.
That's interesting. It's like his whole personality is shifted, but, yeah, I could have sworn today was... and here was... Huh? No, I'm confused.
August 31, 1935. Moustache at half-mast. Poirot's repeated failure in ABC case.
Oof.
Sometimes small things trouble great men. Hastings, faithful collaborator of the Belgian detective, knows something about it. 3 mornings in a row, he confided to us, the cook broke the egg yolks when preparing Poirot's breakfast. This apparently casual event has greatly disturbed my friend, to the point it breaks his concentration and slows his judgment. I also noticed his mustache, of which he is so proud, being duller than usual.
Poirot, I assure you I haven't said any such thing to the journalists. They twist everything.
Royal Mathematical and Statistical Society's Bulletin, September the 9th, 1935. The alphabet murder, a methodical madman. It's highly probable that the alphabet murderer will kill again. Could we possibly estimate the number of victims in his next crime? Yes, and it is easy. As soon as we know the ratio of towns, cities and villages whose names begin with a D, and the ratio of English people whose names are spelled the same. On the one hand, the ratio of towns, cities and villages in England with a name starting with D, and on the other hand, the ratio of English people with a name also starting with D. After this initial calculation, it is easy to deduce the likelihood of actually being murdered if you belong to the target population. Go to the last page to find our results and details on the calculations.
Just call this a selling. It's a clever selling point.
I've finished with this subject.
Is it? Well, where are we doing the? Fine, we'll do it right here then. Ah, we're gonna do it over there. Okay. Why not?
Now, down to work. What of this needs putting in order a little?
Poof. Okay. Not like that, apparently. Okay. That does not look nice. I fucking hope not. Okay. That first. There we go. Oh, apparently not. But
This page is finished.
oh, it's multiple pages. Okay.
That's done. 3 more to go.
Okay, cool. That's a bit simpler. Cool.
This page is
I
finished.
thought that was all one big page. I'm like, oh
and
crap.
that's 2 done.
That's gonna be a big one.
This piece should be placed here.
Yeah, I know. That's why I put it there. Whoop. Not so much. You should go there.
This does not look too difficult. This page is child's play.
Why are you talking after each one all of a
This
sudden?
page is finished.
Stop that.
Only one more.
Shush. It's fine. It's my job to do the talking this time. I'm trying not to bore people. Whoop, shit, wrong one. Do you go down there? You do.
This page will be reconstructed.
Yes, agreed. But, whoops. Haja faja. Okay, fine. Ah. It's a bit big. Why not? Oh, okay.
This page is finished.
Okay,
All
do we have the
pages are
assets?
reconstructed.
There's the acid. Drop!
A bottle of solvent.
No, it's a brick.
The cloth is now soaked with solvent.
Okay, yes. Well, I'm glad it's not me that's actually turned that, because I would have ruined it.
Got it. Make a note, Hastings. Make a note. Mrs. Alice Asher, shop owner in Andover. Tracheitis, hemoptysis, prescribed laudanum.
I got it. Look.
Weird.
Poirot, where on earth did you find these files?
On a fire at the bottom of the garden at campsite.
All right, but where did the person who burned them find them?
From the whatchamacallit? From the desk with the files in them. So,
Alice Asher, shopkeeper in Andover. Tracheitis, hemoptysis, chronic cough with loss of blood. Prescribed laudanum-based cough medicine.
Jesus, okay.
Betty Barnard, waitress in Bexhill. Chronic bronchitis, causing dysphonia. Advised to stop smoking. Alexander Bonaparte Cust. War wounded, mustard gas and head trauma. Pulmonary emphysema. Hemoptysis. Coughing fits with blood. Suffers from absences and amnesia. Dick Dudley Dunbar, owner of the Black Swan Hotel in Doncaster. Asthmatic, heart disease, heart condition. Let us now try and get our brain cells to work.
Okay. But how does he know him? Whoa! Whoa! Does it come back around? No. Where did the Berlin documents come from? Medical records. All the victims suffered from throat. There we go. Cortex.
The Byrne documents are medical records, and without a doubt they come from Clark's archives. First of all, because all the patients have throat conditions. And secondly, their name starts with either A, B, C, or D. And it is precisely the files that match these letters that have been tampered with.
But why burn these files? How come the names of the two victims appear on them? And who are the two other patients?
These are very good questions.
No, not that. No, that one. Thank you.
Hello, Poirot?
Any news, Chief Inspector?
You wanted a stocking seller? We have one. Reported by his landlady, who thought he was behaving suspiciously. He has the most unbelievable name.
Dick Dudley Dunbar.
You're wrong. He's
why? Oh, that's why I knew that name. I was wondering why that sounded so familiar.
Matching Cust's description has been seen at the station. He got off the train from London, but after that, nobody knows where he went.
Look for him at the Black Swan Hotel.
What? How do you know he's there?
Trust me, Chief Inspector.
You appear to be very sure of yourself. Very well. I'll call the Black Swan straight away. The owner is going to get a shock when he learns that there's a murderer under his roof.
Do your best, Jack.
You can count on me.
I don't know what I meant by call him, but okay.
Hastings, everything is at stake. With a little luck, our main suspect will soon be under lock and key.
Something doesn't seem right.
So, has Cust been arrested?
Yes, the Doncaster police are sending him by train.
That is good news. But why so gloomy, Chief Inspector?
Well, when I told the hotel owner that he was sheltering a murderer, he collapsed.
He's dead?
No, fortunately, but it has taken its toll on him. It has to be said that with his name starting with the letter D, he had every reason to fear Cust. I bet he was going to be the next victim.
Chief Inspector, I believe that I share responsibility for this incident.
What do you mean?
I saw Mr. Dunbar's medical records. His heart was weak. I should have warned you.
It's very honest of you to tell me that, Poirot. I appreciate your gesture.
Please keep me informed of his progress.
You can count on me. I'll do what's needed.
I will visit him at his bedside when the killer is caught.
That's typical of you, Poirot. We should focus on the next part of the investigation in order to avoid other incidents. While we're waiting to question Cust, we could search his room in London.
Where does he live?
The Marbury Guest House.
I'll see you there.
Yes, but start without me. First of all, I have to sort out a few details for Cuss transfer.
I understand. À bientôt. Hastings, we are making good progress. Please go and search the room of our number 1 suspect.
With pleasure. I did have a dentist appointment, but I'll cancel.
The dentist. So that is why you were so nervous and bad-tempered.
A visit to the dentist is never an enjoyable prospect.
But an unavoidable one. Go to your appointment, Hastings. I will manage on my own.
He was on his own before, as well.
To Marbury Guest House, please.
Something feels off. I don't know.
Marbury. There is a very pretty village by this name, in Cheshire.
Oh, pineapples. Alright. Lady, here. Hello. Let's talk. Alright, don't talk to me. Fine. It's a piano. Let's play.
It is a very beautiful piano. Maybe Mrs. Marbury likes to play in her free time.
Ba-da-dum-dum-ba-ba-dum-dum-dum. I feel like there's still a lot left, so I'm gonna leave this one here. But I hope everyone had fun. Yeah, I had fun. Apart from a touch of frustration every now and then, but puzzles, like yeah. Anyway, the last time I think it hit about the 3-hour mark, and PlayStation was like, so. Glad to hear it. So from now on, it'll be on Mondays. So it'll be Mystery Mondays, and Tuesday is Lauren's birthday. So happy birthday to Lauren for tomorrow. Wednesdays it will be something new with Christopher. That'll be fun. Once COVID's over and people are allowed over, you'll definitely be joining me. See? Everyone loves you. She says thank you if you can't hear her. So Wednesday will be something with Christopher, my brother, and that'll be chaotic, most likely rage-inducing game. Yeah. Thursdays is Lego, Fridays is horror, and Saturdays is adventure. So yeah. So everything's set. I will see you guys next time. Thank you for joining me.
Bye-bye.
As Lauren says, ta-ta.